Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for August 5th. So, let's get started.
First day in history!
On this day in history, August 5th, 1914, the first electric traffic lights were installed in Cleveland, Ohio. Also, on this day in 1930, astronaut Neil Armstrong was born. He was the first man to walk on the moon. In 1962, he was the first civilian to enter the astronaut training program. He gained experience as command pilot of the Gemini 8 mission, which accomplished the first physical joining of two orbiting spacecraft. Later, he was commander of the Apollo 11 lunar mission. And on this day in 1947, France Anne Cordova was born. She was the youngest person and the first woman to hold the position of NASA Chief Scientist. She was the recipient of the NASA Distinguished Service Medal, the agency's highest honor. Cordova has published over 100 scientific papers and was named one of America's 100 brightest scientists under 40 by Science Digest magazine.
Word power!
Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the saying, you have a chip on your shoulder. Now, if you have a chip on your shoulder, it doesn't mean that you're a messy eater and you spill potato chips on yourself. It means that you're angry about something that took place in the past and you're holding a grudge. Now, you might say, Jimmy tripped over my chair last week and he is still mad at me. He really has a chip on his shoulder. Now, the saying comes from an old custom. A long time ago, if a boy was angry and wanted to start a fight with someone, he would place a piece of wood on his shoulder. He challenged his enemy by daring him to knock the chip of wood off his shoulder, and the fight began.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the slowest heartbeat of any mammal ever recorded? The answer is the heartbeat of a blue whale. The hearts of these giant mammals only beat 4 to 8 times a minute. Human beings have an average heartbeat of about 70 beats a minute. Blue whales are the largest animals on Earth, and they also have the largest hearts of any animal. Each time the blue whale's heart beats, 22,046 pounds or 10,000 kilograms of blood is pumped through it.
Health tips.
Most kids have been teased by a brother, sister, or friend at some time. You know, when it's done playfully, it doesn't usually cause harm. Both kids can even find it kind of funny. But when teasing becomes hurtful, unkind, and constant, it crosses the line into bullying and needs to stop. Bullying is serious. It can range from shoving and hitting to name-calling and threatening. If you or someone you know is being bullied, please be sure to talk about it with a trusted adult and figure out a plan to stop it. Do you like getting presents? I do. But what do you do with the wrapping paper afterwards? You see, most wrapping paper can't be recycled, so you have to think of creative ways to reuse it. If you're careful, you can always wrap someone else's gift in the same paper. You could also make paper dolls, or use the wrapping paper for fancy dresses and hats. Or cover your school books. You can even cut used wrapping paper into squares and make an origami crane. You know, I bet once you get your creative juices flowing, you'll never have to throw away wrapping paper ever again. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.